Good morning, everybody. This is Max Farrow from dexfxcopy.com. Today is March 1st, 2018, and this is your daily update. Whoa, can you believe that it's actually March? I cannot. Now, the good news about that is that we have another month's worth of data coming from the systems that we're very, very, very excited about. Now, as we know, our bots have different assets on each one, and each bot has a different asset. And as time goes on, certain assets that were doing really good may fall out of favor. So ones that would normally go to the Max Prime system are no longer going to the Max Prime system. Certain bots that we turned off for the Max Prime system are now being turned back on for the Max Prime. Why? Well, because once a pair or an asset or a bot gets to a certain level of success again, by either bots and systems tends to do exactly what the market does. They have uptrends and they have downtrends, right? And what I have found is that if I can make small corrections, remember, small corrections will lead a larger destination. It's those big ones that you just don't know. You make a big correction, you don't know where that's going to finally lead you. It could lead you in the same exact places you were before. If you were supposed to intend to here and you make a big correction in the beginning, you could end up in the same spot. But small corrections can lead you into a good direction if you have the discipline and the patience to be able to make those corrections properly. So what I mean by a correction is that if the DexGrinch starts to do bad, we have to look at what reasonings does it do bad. And there's a lot of factors. There's news, there's market, there's just a tremendous amount of things that could go wrong. But when a bot starts to go good from being bad, and it's because of a connection or a correction that we have made, then we have to kind of wait for that data to prove itself. And that's what we're doing right now. Let's go have a look at our results from yesterday and for the week and sort of wrap up things. I'll let you know what we're going to be doing over the next couple of weeks. Let's head over to the Max Prime. Now, Max Prime, and it gets a little confusing when you look at the process. Last night I was on board and I was looking, and the servers are ahead of us. So it was February 28th on my computer, but March 1st on my system, and this system did not know what to do. It was saying that today we had made $29 or 29 pips, and it was really weird because it said we had made no money for the month yet. We're still zero, and the money for the year had actually went into the positive, which is really, really good. So here we are so far for the year at 538. Now this is 2 months into the month, right? This is our third month we're going into, but it's 2 months, so you divide this by 2 overall, and that's our average for the month. We were in the positive for January. We were in the positive for February. I can almost guarantee we're going to be in the positive for March with good, strong numbers too, because we're going to have some movers and shakers in this one too, especially from our Vader bot and even some of the stuff from Simply Forex. In learning how to maintenance this process, we have to look at certain things. Again, that positive equity curve is always very important. Are we getting higher highs? Okay. The moment that it starts to go lower than the previous low, and I'll show you what that looks like when we look at like the DexGrinch on alpha, we took a hit here because we fell lower than where we were our previous low. Okay. And I don't count this as a low. This is not a low. All right, this is a higher high. A low is after you come off a downside, down, that creates the low. Like this is a low. There was no new low created until right here, okay? And this low in the equity curve creates that level. And that level was broken right here. Now, it made me stand up and look, so now this is time to reevaluate. That's how we do this. We set these markers on board that once we start to break that low, we have to either look at the market, we have to look to see if it was news, if it was system, or strategy. Okay? And we look at one of those things. Now, we have not determined which one it was yet because it just happened a couple of days ago. We wanted to make sure that this day was going to finish out and on the 28th, and it did. And we're going to see. I'm going to give it 2 more days. It has 2 days to reconcile and go back up again. And if it does, then we will probably put the assets back into play. I'm basically going to come down to summary and look to see which assets are absolutely vibrating at perfection. And it's those ones that I dotted right there. Anything that's not dotted is going to be taken off the entire process. All right? All right, so with that said, the Max Prime system is still doing very well. Some of you cannot be impatient. If you're on with live and you're making, and it's just squeaking out some profit, remember, you're still at 0.01. Everybody should be at a multiplier of 1. Okay? You should be at a multiplier of 1 on your demo as well as your live account. If you're not, you're just fooling yourself. Let's stop fooling yourself. All right? So for the year, for the 2 months, you would only made $28.64. This is not about making money at this point. I know, I just said that to you, didn't I? It's okay. You could be confused. Let me tell you what it's about. What we're doing here, folks, is that we're learning how to set consistency. You will not be a successful trader unless you find that. And consistency is not in how many trades and how much profit you make today. Consistency is finding a span of time and learning how to do the right thing at the right moment. That's consistency. And we have found it. Consistency is the entire filter system being monitored to go into an Omega system to be transferred to your account. This is the consistency value. It's constantly ever moving. Finding consistency doesn't mean set and forget. Keep that in mind. Finding consistency does not mean setting and forget. The bot just works on its own now and I don't have to do anything. Bullshit. Consistency can never be found that way. It takes interaction. Even from your part of not doing anything, your level of success will depend on your level of involvement. You'll still do well. I mean, if you just sit at a multiplier of 1, well, that's really up to you, but you have to change the multiplier to get to your goal. If not, then you're just going to sit at our filtering level. And the only way you get to increase that volume is by knowing that we have the consistency. Now, consistency also has to be your balance too. You have to have the money in your balance to be able to increase the multiplier. Okay? So my suggestions are that if you're using a 1 to 50 leverage on like Olanda or an American company or what have you, then for every $800, you should have a multiplier of 1. Okay, but this is a suggestion. This is what I do for my system on a low leverage. If you're using Trader's Way or Forex.com or another company that allows, remember, you're only using electronic communication networks from these overseas guys, okay, from anybody in London or what have you. Do not use a binary network. They're all scams. Using a 1 to 300, this is a lot different. Let me tell you right now. For every $200, you can have a multiplier of 1. And I say that safely because we're trading an account right now live on Trader's Way, and we started with $100 in it, and we've made 17 so far on the Max Prime system. We started it in the I think the beginning. Now remember, this is point zero. Oh wait, no, this is 0.02 right now. So we just graduated to 0.02. But again, I'm pushing this level. So I'm saying this is safety. This is the high risk that we're doing at 0.02. So we're doing a multiplier of 2 on this. And anytime we're doing a trade, for every trade it's on, we're only using a margin of like $1.50 to $2. Okay? So pretty powerful. Okay? So folks, I need you to understand that we here at Dex are trying our best to get you to a point of consistency so we can add our volume, so we can get to all your goals. All your goals are different. Some of you want to make $6,000 a month. Some of you want to make $600 a month. Some of you want to make $6 million. And it all could be attainable if we have the volume. If you have the volume, I will have the consistency. You just have to have the volume. Okay? Great. Lastly, on tomorrow is Friday. We're turning the bot off at 4 p.m. Okay? So the bot goes off at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. It will start back up 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday. Okay? I can't believe I just tried to write cursive. On Sunday. This is Friday. It's going off. Back on again. All right. And next week, Thursday and Friday are really super heavy news days. NFP. There's even something on Wednesday that's pretty strong, but I think we'll try to withstand through that and watch it carefully. I'll be monitoring it on this day. There'll be a monitor on this day, a sub monitor on this day when a certain news event comes up, and if so, then it'll be off. And it might turn off from this time. I think it's like 12 a.m. Okay, it'll be off, and then back on Sunday again. Okay. We know that the NFP has yielded good results at times. So what we're doing is Max Prime will turn off, but all the other bots will still run. Right? So we can get the results. Because when I backtest through news, even through NFP, through Gap, through it all. All right? All right, folks. I may not be available again. I had some arrangements to make. If you've heard from yesterday, I had a death in the family, and we have some arrangements and funerals and stuff to make. So periodically, sporadically, I might not be available. I'm trying to get back into getting everybody on board. If I have forgotten you, or if I've let something go that I was supposed to do, I'm very, very sorry. I will definitely get to all of you. Please reach out to me. Please email me as much as you can to remind me if I did forget anything. I have a list of things that I have to get back onto, but please, please, please let me know what I still need to do for you. If there's something else that I'm missing, and I'll get it to you as soon as possible. All right. I'm Max. This is dexfxcopy.com. March 1st. Guys, have a great day, and as always, trade well.